Alright, welcome back to Zodom Games. I want to say thanks for checking out my post, and before we get started, I want to give a quick reminder. We did start a short anime-style show on this channel, and it's currently in its Season 2. Season 1 is already out. The title is Dragon Ball MP, and it has 8 episodes, and it's a complete story with all new characters and events made within the Xenoverse, and no mods, just a little bit of editing. And in Season 2, which is titled Dragon Ball SOF, there are currently 6 episodes, and if you get a chance, check it out. You might find something cool. Alright, on with the show. Okay, so Combative released this Rant the other day, and I heard it, and it makes a few good points in how they take the game too seriously. I think he called them like Xenoheads or whatever. I thought that was kind of funny. But I feel like there's a few things that he didn't mention that I feel like are kind of relevant when you're making that kind of judgment. See, I come from the first generation of the game too. I was here on day 1 of DBX1 and DBX2, and I may be one of a handful of people who actually know who you were back then. I know you remember me. I know you remember me because I've always been Majesto, but back then you went by another name. But you were right, and you were right. You were way more ruthless back in the day, I remember. What exactly changed for you, I'm not sure. I suppose, like you said, the game's importance did sort of fizzle out. But it begs a question, like, why did you come back? I mean, you said it was for Hercule, but really? I mean, there are a few different things I want to cover, and I'll try to do it as quickly as possible. Whether you realize it or not, there is a sort of underlying philosophy about this game. Just like all games and their principles and meanings, it's not just entertainment. Although brightly colored packaging might tell you otherwise. Look, I like Xenoverse, and it gets a fair amount of things correct when addressing the issue on how to make a 3D, fast-paced Dragon Ball game. But the game and its mothership platform, PlayStation, are in fact made poorly. They have wrote patch after patch, but the game's security is overwhelmingly weak. So why develop a character and a strategy only to find that when you try to enter in competition, you fight someone modding? This is the reason I no longer compete. Oh, I play ranked, but I no longer play for TP. And number 2. OC versus CAC. I mean, let's face it. I remember a time when they introduced limit breaks as a way to disrupt endless combos, and I'm telling you, it had nothing to do with CACs. Hit, Broly, Fu, Goku builds like Bardock, Turles, UI Goku, they're just broken. They get buffs and unorthodox animations, reach advantage, and favorability in the game. Just like in tournaments for other 2-player fighter games, certain characters would be banned from play due to an overpowered ability, the sort of no can defend. But let's be real, we can talk about custom characters or we can talk about cast characters, but these are completely different conversations, and they don't belong being had at the same time. You cannot truly compare someone's male Earthling to someone else using Hit. You could accurately gauge who is better using Hit against Hit, but custom characters will never possess the same overpowering abilities of the guys that I just mentioned. And it's the true reason why I developed Thermite, a go-all-out Arcosian with hyper long-range capability. I use him primarily against people playing cast and modders. And number 3, what about Clout? Combative hits the nail on the head when he's talking about those GFG videos. But also, it's still true. Clout videos still get more attention and views than anything else. I mean, look at my channel. I created a mini-series that didn't get as much attention as defeating Corny Anime God or CG videos. Now, I know some of you are saying, yeah, sure, but you do Clout videos. Truth be told, if you look closely, everyone I post has either first posted a GFG video on me or is in what I call the 10,000 club. See, in my opinion, people who get around 8k, 9k TP fall into one of 3 categories. The first category is the OC advantage, which, like I said before, is hit, dash, elbow, Broly, grabs, etc. The second category is modding, just basically straight up cheating. And the third category is the old-fashioned way, by actually developing a strategy and fighting your way to the top. And getting up to that echelon on its own is rough. I know, I've done it several times. I post the other people partly to show that they aren't as untouchable as some people may seem, and sometimes what people interpret as cheese might actually be part of a larger strategy. One of my more popular videos is my strategy video, which breaks down exactly how I implement my strategy in a fight. I mean, unless it's an animation glitch, you should not fall for the same trap 9 times in a row. If your enemy always back attacks, then guard it and use that window to take advantage of your next move. If after the second time he doesn't learn his lesson, then you just exploited their weakness, and you deserve the win. As far as taking the game seriously, I mean, I take Dragon Ball seriously. I mean, look at my channel. There is my collection, I got drawings, I got meme videos. It's not all Xenoverse. As for the fighting games though, I've been playing I've been playing fighting games forever, but these games, they'll only last as long as their integrity holds up. Kombativ is very, very right when he says that this community is incredibly toxic. But it's not just this community. It exists almost everywhere. If you spend 5 minutes in the Goku versus Saitama Facebook room, you'll see a sea of kids calling each other retards and insult memes. That's all it is. I remember a time when it was about seeing who the best was, and after thousands of modders and garbage YouTubers like Slow Plays and CG videos, they basically ruin any semblance of a coherent game. Me, I'm forced to spend my time on it more like a vampire. I feed across people who cross my path and survive. Pouring through the analytics, less people are interested in original content and more people are interested in controversy. I didn't create this. This just is a fact of YouTube. It's a fact of a lot of these games because that's what it's about. It's about fighting each other. But like I said, it's a different philosophy. Everybody has a different philosophy, but there is an underlying philosophy, and it's the one that you choose to inhabit. You personally don't really have the thirst for combat, or you personally don't have the ability to compete anymore, or don't want to compete anymore, whatever the case is. I understand that. I personally don't compete anymore because of all the modders. It is what it is. There's just too many modders. I still come across the modders when I play, and yeah, I still play in ranked, but I'm not competing for weekly TP anymore. I've already been as high as I can go. I've already been at the top. I don't need to go any higher. Alright guys, if you want to check out Kombativ's video, the link will be in the description below, and if you're new here, please take a moment to subscribe. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time.